Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Falcons will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Midshipman offense is on the field to start this game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Horvat. Finds the tight end. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Sends it back in motion. The option look. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
On the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Midshipmen looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is knocked away by the knee. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So Air Force's offense will go to work for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
That defensive front just flat whipped him as they knock him down for a big loss. And the Falcons will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. And here comes the Navy offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the tight end. They go to the ground. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. On the run, it's Harris. Fights off a defender. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Ready to fire from the pistol. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Right back to the well. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Yeah.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A huge 3rd down here in the brigade from the Naval Academy, letting this offense hear it. They'll run the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the change for this offense. The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Looking for space. It's Chapman.
God damn it.
Him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They feed him again. Inside the 10-yard line, it's shoved out of bounds at the 9. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First
Thank
down,
you,
still
God.
on his feet.
Somebody make a...
Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Now on the move. Breaks the tackle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll send the tight end in motion. He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll take it himself. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Inside the 25. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On the move, he fires.
Let's go.
Good. On the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. They'll send the back in motion. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Navy! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Fullback's got it. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Navy.
Halftime smoke break. We back.
Get deep to get the second half underway.
Had to get a rally smoke.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21.
Let's go.
Now on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
The give to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Let's go.
The full force, the full-throated roar of the brigade, helping this Navy defense. Johnson looking to throw. Got his man downfield.
I was right there.
Nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Finding open areas. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient,
fuck out of that
bullshit,
bullshit,
to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
And Navy will go back on the attack. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll go to the ground. Creates a little space. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Horvat. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he's going to try to return this one.
Why would you just roll on the ground trying to dive? I don't
Staying in their
understand.
lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the move. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. We've reached a break, and Navy holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking left. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Falcons headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wide receiver comes in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against...
Oh, no, the ball popped out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Johnson looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. He got enough for the first down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back.
Hold.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. On the option, it's Johnson. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And the Falcons will hustle to the line. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
Motion from the back. They'll go to the fullback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They'll run the option. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. It's caught. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Here's a heat. Caught near the sticks. It's Roberson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted to stop the threat.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
He'll pitch it. Makes a man miss. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Navy comes to the line facing second and short. Gets the back moving. He'll ride his man on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Now the toss. There he goes! They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Offense with jumbo personnel. They're testing the right side here. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. On the option. And some room to work. Oh, a lot of space. And that is how we will wrap this one up. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
Thanks so much for spending some time